because then people are talking about, which I know that it to a certain degree it's wishful thinking, but people are talking about, what if Drew gets into the Money in the Bank match, which it's possible. We'll talk about it. And AJ is the one who makes sure that Drew doesn't win. What if
that's
they just
fan booking at its finest, but
I
at this
know.
point, I
But
mean,
so I don't hate it, but at the same time, because I saw somebody say, "Oh, they should play AJ's music to distract him," and I was like, "You can't do that to the fans, though. You can't tease AJ Lee being there and then she's not. You know what I mean? Because people have been begging for her to return to WWE for so long, and even
okay.
more so since Punk returned in November. They could not just have her music play and not have her actually be there. So,
I'm gonna
but
agree with the longevity of her being out. You can't tease the fans like that. However,
yeah,
she's popped into the ring,
yeah, you
and then CM Punk's
knock the
in the front row.
or even knock the ladder
Like,
over as Drew's about to get the briefcase or something. You know what I mean?
but Punk has to be there too. That's the other thing.
But then there's this argument, right? Because I feel like everybody's saying, okay, we're under the assumption that Drew is going to win the Money in the Bank, which again we'll talk about it. But under that assumption, people are theorizing that Punk is going to make sure that Drew doesn't win again. How interested are we in seeing that for a third time? Because honestly, I'm just not into it. I feel like they need to figure something else out. I'm just not into seeing a third time of Punk ruining his chance at becoming a champion. Like, I feel we've been there, we've done that. And how do you really top doing that to him in Scotland? You know what I mean? I feel like, okay, making sure he doesn't win the Money in the Bank briefcase, yeah, that's pretty bad, but is it really any worse than making sure he
It's
lost in front of
not
his family?
if Drew did not brutalize Punk to a bloody pulp, I would 1,000% agree. However, the only thing I'll say that would make sense for him to ruin his chance at a championship is if CM Punk doesn't play the mind games of it, like the ref, or like he just goes out there and beats the shit out of him because he beat the shit out of him. That's when it's like, all right, it's enough. They're both cleared. Now it's time for the match.
Well,
It's that final step. But if he does it like, oh, he knocks over the ladder, ha ha, I got you. That's stupid. But if he's
well,
going out to kill Drew McIntyre, then I get it.
it's just
It
it
makes
all
sense.
depends though if he's cleared, which a lot of people are saying he's not cleared, which is what I said also when we were talking about SmackDown over the weekend. But I think the I'm not into it happening again, but I feel like, Drew said he would cash in that night. So wouldn't it be more effective for Punk if Drew does win Money in the Bank and the way that you get back at him is ensuring he loses his cash in?
Yeah, see, that makes more sense though.
Like, that would piss me off to no end, but I feel like that is more damaging to Drew, than making sure he doesn't get the briefcase. Okay, well, that doesn't mean he's not going to get a match again. Like, he can
Yeah, but
work his way up the ladder and get a match again.
yeah, it's the
Um,
briefcase means nothing. The briefcase is just a fast pass. If
yeah,
we're
it's
talking Disney,
just
like it's just a fast
guaranteeing.
pass.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like that would be more it would work better, but at the same time, I'm just not into it really. I mean, I get it. We want to see them have a way to easily set up their match at SummerSlam. And so that's why people are saying that's why this has to happen. But I just feel like it would be nice if we could or they could come up with some sort of way to make it a little bit more creative than just seeing the same thing again. Like, I'm just not, it would be literally once a month since WrestleMania.